Good morning. It is the 25th of May, not 2021. And it is 10:35. I made a video this morning because I was up and bright and early. But I feel the need to make more Gelli Papers. I made some last night, and in my earlier video today I worked on Gelli Papers and that I had made from yesterday, but I thought I'd go ahead and show you. But this was the last page I had made. I'd put one of my Gelli Papers on there, and I showed you how I just kind of take them and kind of dress them up a little bit. And this is Jackie Kennedy and John. And I think this was before John F. Kennedy died. So put Jackie, and I had explained, excuse me, this is a piece of a cupcake cover that was from my son's wedding last weekend. But then I found this car. So I thought, I really need to get this car on here. So this glue wouldn't work this morning, so I'm going to try it again. And if it doesn't, I'll have to use my tacky glue. But I thought this car, she's getting ready to cross the street. There's an old car right there. Just needs to be on this page. I also have Modge Podge right here if I have to cover the page up. Sometimes for Modge Podge, I'll just take a glue stick and go. See, it's got some little sharp things that stick out, little tiny ones. And I kind of want to make sure those are sealed, so I'll just go over it with the glue stick. Anyways, that was... You can look at my video that is after it's finished uploading. It's being uploaded right now, and then after that I'll upload this one. Anyways, I'll set this aside for right now. I'll set it right over here. And I had gone into a panic last week, or no, it was before I got sick, because I didn't think I had enough glue paper, Gelli Papers. And I like to make the Gelli Papers particularly out of delicatessen papers that I get at Gordon Foods. They don't take up much room, excuse me, when I glue them into my notebooks. And I don't know, they do really well with the paper. So anyways, then I got the magazines that I told you that I had wanted to try because the paper seemed so nice. And that's what, anyways, I have lots of them. Some of them were done on, like at Dollar Tree, you can get some old school paper. That one was done on that too. I just want to show you what the Gelli papers look like on the Gelli plate. And then these are the ones I showed you this morning, but I like to trim off all the white and stuff around the edges. And I showed you making these earlier. I just kind of added some paint and added markers and things to them. So if you go back, you can see those. And I'd made a flower here, and that's supposed to be a hummingbird. But I'd already posted a lot of these. And these are directly from the magazines that I've kept, which, oh golly, I bet I have, let's try to estimate. I probably have 60 of them. that Dawn's friend gave me, and I cut out the pictures I wanted. And here's the paper. It's just really good, absorbing kind of paper. So this is what I'm going to be printing some more of. I just feel that I really like when words and even just the darkness of the pictures show through. So I'll go ahead and tear some out of the magazine. So I'll have them ready to use. So after I got done with the video this morning, the one reason I keep yawning is because I just got back up. Dawn's out golfing again with her son, but I made coffee and made breakfast for both of us. And I think I showed you my breakfast. It was one of those where you do the oatmeal and almond milk and a little protein powder, kind of instant. You put it in a jar and you shake it up real good, and it had chia seeds in it. And then after that, I made my husband some turkey sausage and taking these little staples out, and chicken dumplings from Costco. So of course I had to have a couple of each of those. And then I was ready for bed again. I go to the doctor I'm going to leave here at 2. So I thought, well, if you're going to make another video on this jelly print, you better get started. Oh God, I can't get the... There they are. I do have a staple remover, but... And then I have this old pad that I've made them out of before. Oh, this is a different one. This is my mom's handwriting. Oh. She passed away in 2010. Thought that was one from Right Pat that had been my aunt's. And then this was from my grandmother's guest book. You know, they used to have guest books sit out in the funeral home. And she died in 1974. Put your name and your address. And I saved the ones that were filled out for journaling, and then I'll jelly print some of those. Get my jelly plate out, and I found this in the garage. I'm not sure what it goes on. It's metal. But I thought I'm going to do something with that. I always made sure my jelly plate was clean. I would have never had any paint on it whatsoever. But I've seen where several people say, no, you gotta have it a little bit grungy. So I'm like, okay, that sounds liberating. And I kind of like being liberated a little bit from feeling like I've got to keep everything so pristine. And I think I showed this in my other one. This is from the Dollar Tree, and it's actually my favorite stencil. And I made this one out of a page. I just sheet protector. And then I've got one that's round. I can find it. These are my favorite. You can either use that end or this end. And then my ruler. And I have found that these cards do really well too. If I can, oh, here it is. These things are quite durable, actually. This is the one that's round. And of course they're not really round, they're kind of egg-shaped or whatever. So, let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna start with some black. Get all my paints down here in a big bag. I think some silver. Kind of like the way these turn out. The black and the silver. All right. I got this at Lowe's. It's just a little graining tool. You can do it on wood or anything. It's actually a decorating kind of kit. I think I'll place that over there. Let's see what size these are. See there, it's going to be kind of small. Well, I'm going to use a deli sheet for my first one, which I probably shouldn't. I got all those magazines. But I'll show you what this looks like. Isn't that cool? And then I just kind of start stacking them up. And then I have to have paper to lay the back side of my stencil on. Just that. And then so I have to have something to lay this on. And I'll show you what happens. And then you gotta have something, if you don't want, you have to have another piece of paper. I know you can't see it, but I'm rubbing that stencil off. And then this is what you end up with. And then I can keep doing this and have different stencils. Okay. So let's take what's left on here. Use one of my magazine pages. I think that's very pretty. I'll most likely end up going back over that with something else. Isn't that cool? You see the people. Kind of adds a little dimension to it. And then you take maybe some paint that you still got on your brayer. And I think I want to add yellow. Use my homemade one again. This magazine's from June 1999. Yeah, I think the words on that is cool. So I'll lay this back on that other sheet, It'll add a different color to it. Another piece of paper. And you start getting some of the different colors on there. Looks like there's purple, probably from there. So I'll add a little bit more yellow. And I have this heavy body red. That's my favorite because it doesn't spread very well. And it sticks for quite a few applications. And this is one of my other favorites. It's just a spool, empty spool. And when you press, you just slightly twist it. It's a beautiful day out. I think it's going to be in the 80s. It's here in Ohio. I hope you all are having a beautiful day where you're at. See what I mean about the red? It doesn't really blend in. It stays splotchy. I mean, eventually it does, but I love that. Okay. I'm going to take this one that I have done. I'm going to add that on top again. And just press and firm just to make sure that not only will you pull up a lot of the paint, but you're kind of heating up the paper so it pulls the color up a little better. There. Oh, I think that's pretty. Yeah. This is the paper I was putting the circles on. See, it had a little piece of paint that came off of it. I think I'll do a gray again. This is not a metallic gray, it's just a regular gray where this is a metallic gray. This one's getting thick, which always pleases me. Sometimes I have to take one of these. You can get these anywhere, Walmart or anywhere. Yeah, I love it when it's thick like that. There's quite a bit in there, actually. So that'll probably be the main color. Got a lot of really thin paints, which is nice for spreading, but it doesn't create the layers that I like. And where do I put this? This is wet. Seems like I do a lot off the camera. I gotta remember to show you what I'm doing. Okay, we'll put that over here. And then I will put, see, that's a gray. And this is a bright magenta. And of course, remember, it still has a little red under there. Some of the yellow will go off. Now this one, what you're doing is you're pressing, just use this paper, because I'll show you, nothing really comes through on it, but you're pressing it into the jelly plate. See, just a little bit, but not much. And then I'll take this, it's wet on this side, I'll lay that on that same paper. Let that kind of go off. That's what it looks like. I think that's going to be very pretty. What you kind of hope is that the paint dries on there so that you end up with multiple colors. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Very pretty. I'm going to take this paper. So what's new to anybody out there? You know, you ask these questions and you don't get too many people that really answer you. I would love to get to know you guys. Hear anything you want to share, especially if you've done this before, if you've done jelly prints before. I know my friend Brenda, she has gotten hooked because her grandkids have gotten hooked. And I think she only had one jelly plate for her 3 grandkids, which are all school age. And, excuse me. And I think she's had to order 1 or 2 more. So they would have each something to share. Just a little bit came up on that one. That's okay. We'll put some more on here. How about Cobalt Hue? Cobalt. That is my new daughter-in-law's favorite color. And this one I've showed before. I really like it. It is a fabric paint and it's very watery, but it spreads nicely. So if you're in a store and they've got some kind of paint, you can even get, I prefer not a big gallon size, but I prefer, you know, if you can find a small, like this. This is really nice. This is Valspar. If you can find these on sale, get it. Yeah, I'll have to use that a little bit. gotta use my favorite one again, which means I will have to rub it. See, this is what this one's starting to look like. This is where I'm laying the stencils down on it. And you see, no blue really came up. But there is on the back here. And that will go on the paper nicely. I'll go ahead and rub that on the paper before it gets too dry. Alright, it didn't even show. But it did press into the paper. Okay, while that's drying, I'll show you what this looks like. See, I just pulled this off, and look how that went on there, so pretty. And I took this red one off, or round one, and that's what was left. So I'll put that on there, and a little bit more will come off. So you kind of work in two different areas. Actually, I like that very much. I don't know how much more I want to put on that one. I'll see. Ah, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, when I'm sitting in my chair tonight, I'll cut around the edges, cut the white off. I don't know if you guys are hearing my bracelet or not. I don't want to take it off, but it does make some noise. I think I'll go ahead and roll it. And then this is from the Dollar Tree. You can get a whole bag of different, what is this called? Felt? No, foam. And they'll already be pre-cut into different shapes. I don't have any more empty spools. I'm gonna have to ask my girlfriend, who's a professional sewer, if she'll save me some spools so I can have some more. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this. Don't want to waste that paint. I'm just gonna stamp this other paper over here with it. This should be really pretty. Yes, it should. I love purple. I don't know if that's a sign of getting older that you love purple so much, but I do. The lady that wore purple. Isn't that pretty? And of course, this is from the picture that was, you know, on the paper. All right, I think I'll use some more blue. And red. My favorite red. And this is a spray bottle I got at the Dollar Tree. Let's see if it's still working. Yeah. I just mixed a little acrylic paint with some water. Just let your imagination go wild. But then again, you do find out what you really like. I'm going to put that down. And then I'm going to put this down over it. I don't know how much that's going to show because it doesn't fall in the right position on some of it. And then you have to press the whole thing just so that the imprint goes into the paint. See, nothing shows up. But then it does on this. Can you see that? So what I'll do, put it on this deli sheet that I've been using. I'm not showing you this part just because I don't have enough space out of the, you know, in front of the camera part. But so what happens? Voila! A pretty print. So I'll lift this up. Do the same thing on there. That'll make much more of an impact. I'm going to lift it up. Got more on it. All right, let's get busy here, Kathy. It's not exactly pretty, but it will be when I'm done with it. Here's that. Get some of that up with that. Okay. Oops. Pulling my paper or my plastic cover. Yeah, I think my husband's shirt came in this from Amazon or wherever he ordered it. Alright, let's see if we can get some little bit of print. I doubt very much will come because this paint's not very thick. Don't waste the paint. Put it on something. Alright, let's try this, and we'll put the red in a different spot this time. It showed nicely. So you've got these original kind of oblong and the spools. All right. Haven't really done any teal other than that little bit. Teal and color. Teal and white. You just go like that. And then go back that way if you want. Now let's see what that looks like. It's always fun. You never have two papers that look anything alike. when I was a kid growing up, my grandchildren are all very artsy. They draw and paint and do stuff every day. And they're teenagers. And they have since they were real tiny. And you know, I never did. Till I got to be an adult and discovered junk journals. Can you see some of just the motion in the paint? Let me try this deli sheet. Because that looks very pretty. I think you get some of the funnest stuff with the layering. Oh yeah. I don't even know if the camera's picking up just how truly pretty that is. I hope it is. Alright, so we have that. Let's try a little black. Kind of twist the card a little bit as you do it. Of course, you don't want to dig into the jelly plate, but oh, that's pretty. All right, don't waste paint, so put it on your extra piece of paper or jelly print. I think I'll use another deli sheet. I do like using up those magazines, but the deli paper is definitely my favorite. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. Look at the teal and the black. So pretty. Love it. Love it, love it. Oh, I don't even want to, I want to do something with that. Let's take this really ugly one here that, let's just see if we can, you don't have to cover the whole plate up, you can just do a portion of it. Like I wanted it more, the heavy color right there. See how that added? Kind of used a color like this. This is slightly different. I've got golds down there. I would like to use a gold. It's kind of like my washi tape. When I want to find it, I can't. Hang on, don't give up. Okay. Okay, this is one of them. This one isn't acrylic. Yeah, it is. It's metallic. Honestly, I think this is my favorite. Just shows up so well. Even if I'm farther apart, I just make it like that. Okay. I'll use another deli paper. Oh, this is going to be pretty. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that's gorgeous. That one's hard to, I don't think, to even appreciate. Do you see all the pinks and the golds and the black? Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. It's like shadowed or something. Trust me, it's gorgeous. The red's coming through. Oh. I'm going to take this one, which I thought needed a little help. We'll add it. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's gorgeous. Sometimes if you find the right perfect combination, you just have to use every last drop of it, and so you don't waste it. And that's what's nice about Gelli plates is they do tend to build up color on them. Can you see? Oh my goodness. Oh. That is my colors. Oh. All right, I think I'll do black, gold, and white. So I'm getting towards the end here that I'm going to have to get rested up before I go to the doctor, and then get ready for the doctor. I just can't believe how exciting this has been. Now, see, I kind of hate to kind of ruin all of this. So what should I do? I think I'll just see what that does, because the way this is kind of pooling, so pretty. other video is probably when I get done with this, is ready to be released. All right, let's see. Oh, yes. Sometimes you just have to see it ahead to know. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll go over this just a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Yes, this is cool. I don't even need anything to add to this. This is going to be perfect. Don't need a stencil or anything. Just let that paint speak for itself. Sometimes, like I've been on here 46 minutes. I'm telling you, it seems like I've been on here 6 minutes. I get so caught up in this. And if I'm just by myself and I'm not recording it, I can do this for 3-4 hours before I'm ready to call it a day. Yes. Absolutely gorgeous. I just hope you can truly appreciate that. I don't get those that just blow me away that often. Okay, I will clean this up. Finish cleaning the brayer up. And this is the piece that I was kind of cleaning those other papers and little pieces with, like my little ring there. I'll see what this puts on here. Cleaning the brayer up. And then I can put the jelly plate up, which I'll do that off camera. But it'll be all clean, or as clean as it needs to be. Piece of paper. Okay. It's very subtle, but it's on there. All right, thank you for watching again. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you do. And I love comments. It just really lets me know what you're doing, if you appreciate seeing stuff like this. And then I feel like I've made a new friend. So I hope you can subscribe. All right, bye-bye.